Hello brew tubers. So I've transferred the Red X Barbe Rouge beer into keg, so I now have 2 empty fermenters to be able to fill with some new lovely beer. So what am I brewing? I will be brewing a pale golden ale using Harlequin hops. So I'll say English variety, British variety, fairly modern. I think we've seen Sarah's video on what the hop tastes like when she did it a couple of months ago now, I think it was. But yes, Harlequin hops also have a slightly ulterior motive to brew this. So the shopping centre in Watford, the big shopping centre, was built as the Harlequin shopping centre, and everyone in Watford calls it the Harlequin Centre, except the people who own it. So when it was sold, when the council sold it to Into, or they renamed it Into Watford, and then someone else took it over last year and they named it Watford Atria or Atrium or something like that. Everyone still calls it Watford Harlequin, so I'm going to make a beer called Watford Harlequin, seeing as it's brewed in Watford and I'm using Harlequin hops. So hopefully a local connection sounding name thing will mean it will sell quite well, and it's a good excuse to use the Harlequin hops, so which I've heard good things about. So the beer itself, simple grist, pale ale. I think I'm going for 6 kilos of pale ale, kilo of torrefied wheat, and 100 grams of crystal malt for a bit of colour. Then hop additions because this is dual purpose with the alpha acids. Was it a 60 minute boil? Hop additions at 60 minutes, 30 minutes, 15, 5, and dry hop, I reckon. I can't remember exactly. So yes, that's the plan. So just about to mash in, we're up to temperature. Yeah, let's go. So that is the Marisotto torrefied wheat and crystal malt with water additions mashed in, start of the mash. So we'll leave that mashing for 90 minutes at 68 degrees Celsius. So we've reached the end of the mash and I am about to start the sparge. And just sparging away there, nice and gently. Right, I'll get this done and I'll see you at the start of the boil. Just coming up to the start of the boil. As you can see, we seem to have a lot of crap floating around, more so than usual. I did use a lot of wheat malt, so I wonder if that's the reason. It wasn't wheat malt, torrefied wheat, but anyway. I've just got to be careful for boilovers in this one, I think, but I've got my water spray ready. I'm pretty much getting up to hot breaks, so as soon as that foam's died down, I'll do the first hop addition. So start of the boil, 10 grams of Harlequin hops. Say 10.4 alpha acids on these, so good bittering hop as well. Half an hour hop additions, 20 grams of Harlequin. 15-minute hop addition, 30 grams of Harlequin and the Protoflock tablet. Last hop addition, 25 grams of Harlequin, and so give that a minute or two, and then it'll be flame out, cool down, and there will be a dry hop after 4 days of 15 grams Harlequin. So yeah, then it'll be all done. US 05 to ferment with. So that is flame out. Let's get the old recirculation pump on. Perfect. Wait for that to cool down and then transfer to fermenter. Still got my leak to sort out. So I've taken the gravity reading with my big hydrometer. Crap in the bottom. Yes, these actually come in 30 instalments of 30. So you get 1 to 1.030, you get 1.030 to 1.060, and so on and so forth. Hence why I have 4. Anyway, that's what the beer looked like. Let's have a little pour in a glass so you can see it. Nice colour. Pour that away because it looks criminal. A pint nearly. Yeah, so that's the colour. Yeah, pretty good. Hopefully it clears up quite nicely. There'll be a dry hop for 15 grams in 4 days time, I think. So don't taste of anything. Well, it does taste like beery raw. Anyway, there we go. So on the hydrometer, we hit 1.039. I was aiming for 1.041, but that doesn't matter too much. It's about all right. So it should be 4.3% rather than 4.6%. If the US 05 does the job as expected. So yes, that's all good. We're tidied up. I've dumped the keg because the beer was shit. So I've got to make up my mind whether I brew tomorrow or get ready for a brew day the day following. Basically, what needs to happen is the beer from these 2 fermenters needs to go in kegs, and then I'm planning to do either a mild or a bitter and dump the wort straight onto the yeast slurry on those 2 fermenters. So yes, I'll probably brew the day after tomorrow. I don't know what day of the week it is. I think it's Wednesday today, so I'll probably brew Friday. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll collect the liquor through the RO machine, sanitise the kegs. One's actually already sanitised, the other one needs sanitising and cleaning. And then I won't actually do the transfer until brew day, just so, you know, just leaving that as uninterrupted of beer content as possible. I'm really not making much sense now, am I? That is my IPA I brewed last year sometime. Didn't turn out really well. It's not. I've not thrown away a bottle of it yet, but I think it's like 6.3%, highly bittered, and well, basically I've rewritten the recipe completely, so I wasn't happy with it. Just very composty hop flavour, not quite right. So yeah, I've cut the hopping amounts. Yeah, I looked at the original recipe and it's all over the shop. So I've made it a bit more like this Victorian beer behind me, where I have very 2 early editions. So I think I've got 50 grams of Challenger, I think it was, at the start of the boil. Then 50 grams of these Kent Goldings and 50 grams of Bramling Cross, whatever it was, I can't remember now. At half an hour, and then that's it. That's the last swap edition. So see how that goes. Yeah. Anyway, back to the Harlequin beer. So yeah, should end up 4.3%. Pretty much ready to pitch the yeast now. Apart from that one. Why is that not cooling down? Well, it's the only problem with the grain fiber fermenters which I've come across are these little control panels. Actually, point to one you can see. As you can see, I've got these rubber bands because the connection between the control panel and the base unit attaches to is so poor. The magnets have come off for one thing, but yeah, no, it's not a good setup really, which is a shame. I am struggling a bit with them. I do have some replacement magnets I could use, and hopefully that will sort them out. And I do need to do some maintenance, replacing the rubber washers and stuff as well. So these two are fine in terms of the washers for the unit below, but these two need some work. I have bought them, so it's a job to do once the next beer is finished fermenting in those two. Yeah, and I need to see this one because this is supposed to be on. The cooling's supposed to be on, but it's not on here, so I'm not sure why that's not cooling. This one does have the magnet in, so this is the one which should work fine. I don't know. See, just the connection's poor. I'll check the other connections. Anyway, that's about it. So, yeah, a smooth brew day, no boil overs. As I said, efficiency pretty okay. Could be a little bit higher, but not a problem. I did collect a fair amount as well. Yeah, interested to see how this Harlequin hop comes out. I don't know why, but I feel 100 grams for 40 litres might not be enough for this one. So we'll see. We'll see. It might have been better using more. I'm rambling. Right, time to end. Thank you very much for watching, and I am going to go and enjoy the rest of this beer and probably have another. See you all again soon. Goodbye.